All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome to this session 1 week before CAT. So, 7 days to go, exactly 7 days. So, a lot of butterflies in your stomach, I can understand. And that's what we are here to allay your fears. And with us, we have Pragya and Ranjan, our CAT toppers from last year. So, Pragya and Ranjan, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi guys, I'm Pragya. I'm an electrical engineer from Punjab University. Post which I have a 3 years of experience with Optum, and now currently I'm Calcutta PGP1 student, and my CAT journey was a bit longer, like many of you must be having. So multiple attempts went into it, and here I am to help you out, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Pragya.
So I'll go next. So, hey guys, I'm Ranjan here, Electronics and Communication Engineering graduate, passed out in 2018 from BIT Meshra. Worked for like 2 years at Publicis Sapient as a site reliability engineer, and I have given CAT like 4 times. So yeah, just like Pragya, I'm from the same batch. So it's been a long journey. Ended up at IIM Calcutta, and yeah, first year student here, and looking forward to helping you guys.
So everyone, we have with us both Pragya and Ranjan who are PGP ones. So they've gone through the CAT journey and they've given CAT last year as well. So they're fresh off the blocks. So any question that you might have, just raise your hand or put it in the chat window. We'll take them up. You can start questioning right through the process, right through the recording. That's okay. But I would ask you not to unmute yourself. So I'll begin. So, Pragya and Ranjan both, what would be your suggestions be? Because 1 week before CAT, should I study? Should I stop studying? Should I give mocks? Should I not give mocks? So, a lot of questions go on in the minds of people. So, what was your 1 week like before CAT?
So since I had given a few attempts before also, so my primary focus was to just calm down my mind for the 7 days ahead.
Mhm.
So I just put in my mind that stakes are not too high. Even if you are not, worst case scenario, even if I'm not able to make it, I can have other options to do, or even I've worked hard, I'll eventually land up somewhere. So whatever goes for your mind, you can go for that. And second most important thing is, uh, focus on the time slot you have got.
Mhm.
Just build your entire schedule for at least the next 7 days aligned to it, and it will be very easy to channelize your energy for that day, because it's like a 2 or 3 years paper test, along with that 1 to 2 hours which go before it as well. So entire those 5 years you should make sure that you are active during that particular day of time. And also my personal suggestion would be, please do not stop studying, because you cannot afford to get out of touch. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And Ranjan, what about you?
So peculiar thing about CAT, what I feel is that there are two sections where students really feel that how to revise it. Like they are VARC and DILR. It is really tough to revise those papers. So my 1 week was like I had one thing figured out in my mind, that if something hasn't worked out for me the last 1 year when I had been given mocks continuously, it is not going to work out if I do it in the next 1 week. So the most important thing is focus only on your strengths in the next 1 week. I think like there was enough time and enough practice to give to your weaker areas, and students who would have diligently prepared would have worked on those weaker areas, but this is the time to focus on your strengths. And I feel that quant is something that you should revise every day. There's a I For DILR, and for DILR especially, I think there are certain kinds of sets which have a very fixed kind of solution, and I think you should be able to, you should have those solutions in mind how to approach the sets, because if those sets come in the paper, it is going to be a bonus set. And for VARC, I think I didn't do much. I just made sure that I was in reading habit and in that frame of mind that I have to solve 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours is how much come in the paper in 32 minutes, and the next 8 minutes I have to go full on for VA. I think remaining in practice, just as Pragya said, it is very important. Also, one thing I did in the last 7 days or rather 2 weeks before CAT, I cut down my time that I used to spend on social media. Like
Okay.
we are all preparing in the online mode, so we are in a habit to practice things online. But I feel that this is the time where you should be with yourself. Do not spend a lot of time on group solving question, because if you solve a question on group, it doesn't get solved. Someone else solves it in only 30 seconds or 1 minute. That introduces a feeling of intimidation in your mind, and you do not want these feelings to be there in your mind in the next 2 weeks. So I think remaining within yourself, be with your strengths for the next 1 week, and focus a lot on QA revision in the next 1 week.
So I'll repeat whatever key points you just said. So you need to align yourself to your slot. So there are three slots: 8:30 to 10:30, 12:30 to 2:30, and 4:30 to 6:30. So you have a week to align yourself, and that alignment is very important because your body also functions in that mode. Then, if it is accustomed to sitting for 2 hours or 3 hours at a stretch, so make sure you are being with yourself and sitting during that stretch or practicing during that stretch, definitely. And like Ranjan said, that you should read books for your VARC. Do not stop that. Focus on your strengths because your weakness has already been taken care of. You do not want to focus more on that, but focus on your strengths. And a very important point which was made was that this is not the end of the road or end of the journey. Do not get let that fear of failure get to you. Take it as another exam, give it your best, but don't let that cloud your judgment. So if not CAT, there are a lot of other options, but at the same time, do give your 100%. So Ranjan, you said that get off social media. That's very important because you don't want to undermine your confidence. And you also said practice. So should people be giving mocks or they should practice the sectionals? What should be the strategy like?
Sir, I personally learned everything through mocks. So in the last 1 month, my focus was to give mocks, and especially with the 2 hour mock, it became a very playful thing for us. Like we were accustomed to the 3 years thing, and so when this 2 hour thing hit us, it became a very playful thing for us. So I was able to give more and more mocks.
Okay.
It is something that should be very personalized. If you are already scoring very good, I think giving more mocks is not going to hurt you. But if your scores have not been very good, like if you're scoring in the range of 85, 90, 95, I think this is the time where you should stop giving mocks and focus more on the sectionals and sectionals of those topics where you are very weak. Like I was weak in geometry, so I did not focus a lot on geometry. Like in the last 1 week, I thought that this is something that I have tried in the past, but I've still not been able to make it a strength. So it is going to remain that way, and I can still score a good portion of marks without even revising geometry in the next 1 week.
Understood.
So I think it should be a very personalized thing. There is no one size fits all tip here. But if people are very comfortable giving mocks and they are able to find inspiration or motivation out of it, then I think you should continue giving mock, because it solves most of your problem. It gives you good scope to revise, it keeps you in touch, and you are practicing as well. So
absolutely, very well said. And I'll take that point forward. So many people think that they're scoring 85 to 95 and they get demotivated, that my mock scores are very less. So that's something you should take in your stride, because mocks are meant to be difficult, on the difficult side. So it might be possible that you're missing out on few questions here and there, but on the D day, the question that you attempt on the D day is all that matters. Forget about your mocks. So we have seen that the scores definitely increase a bit in the CAT than what you're getting from mock, because in the mock, a lot of serious people are giving the mocks with you. So definitely the competition is much more. But in CAT, there will be a lot of more people. The sample set will increase. So your scores tend to increase. So do not get demotivated by low scores. So, so the next doubt that we get a lot from a lot of people is, should I give a new mock or should I give an old mock which I gave a long time back, but my score was not good? So these questions also come up. So Pragya, what would you say?
So my take on this would be, one should not do anything where there's a chance of you to get demotivated, because 7 days before the D-Day, you cannot afford to get demotivated. So you can probably take, say you have a time series or a IMS series, just find out the easiest slot of mocks. They have those AIMCAT or the takeaway home mocks. Take them. So that would keep you in practice as well. and that would also help to keep your morale up. And like as Ranjan said, we have to study, and we cannot, miss out on anything. So I guess that would align us to either both of the things. Yeah.
Okay.
So from my perspective, I just avoided all the tough aim cards which time basically has, and I went for the easier ones. So that kept me in practice, because for me the 2 hour thing became very difficult since I
Mhm.
was accustomed to the 3 hour pattern. So it
Yeah.
was necessary for me to give more mocks. So I took that road. Yeah.
Yeah. So, very well brought out point that the format has changed from last year. So many of you who've given the CAT last year, the format is now 2 hours instead of 3 hours. And the questions also might increase. We do not know how many questions might come up. So again, we do not have to worry about that because it will be the same for everyone. So do not worry that we might get 65 questions or 75 questions. It doesn't matter. But the expected number of questions are between 65 to 70 to 75. That's the range that is expected. And you can expect somewhat equal distribution between the three sections. And this time the three
And
sections, yeah, tell me, Pragya.
yeah, I just want to, sorry, I cut you down. I just
Mhm.
want to add a point here. Do not try any new stuff. The sources you have found credible for yourself, authentic for yourself, or which suits you the best.
Mhm.
Study, but rely on those sources, because in the last few days on social media, you'll see n number of things moving, floating down.
Absolutely.
And most of the coachings are giving out, free mocks and everything and everything. Do not go for them. Any source, whichever it may be, you find it credible, go for it. Because many of these sources, they might give you, say, crack you, for example. I should not be taking names here, right? But yeah, they would give you mocks which aren't that very credible, and you might end up losing your morale, or you get into the trap of trying, that type of questions again and again. So any source which choose you is the best. In the last few days, like Ranjan said, like nothing can change. You cannot change a lot of things in last 7 days. So just focus on your strengths. If time suits you, go for time. IMS suits you, go for IMS. Ranka sir's test suits you, go for them. But the one which suits you the best, go for it. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've got a question from Ayush that apart from mocks, what should be the revision strategy?
Okay.
Okay, I'll take that up. So, hi Ayush. So as I said, the key part of your revision should be focused on QA for this 1 week at least. I think I have interacted with you before, so I can say that I've already told you to, maintain a notebook where you keep noting down questions that you come across in mocks for quant specifically. And I think this week should be spent with that notebook. I think people who would have taken effort to make that notebook, I think it would help them immensely. It would be a very fast revision for them. Even if you haven't made the notebooks, I'll suggest that you should not miss out on concepts, especially of topics that are your strength. For DILR, as I said, there are certain sets which have a very fixed methodology to solve. Take the example of knockout tournament, take the example of binary logic set. These are sets which are solved in a certain way. And if you know it from before, it would be a bonus set for you. You will hardly spend 8 to 10 minutes to solve that set. And trust me, in a 40 minutes DILR, it is going to be a blessing if you get certain sets. So you need to make sure that if those kind of sets come in your paper, you are solving them and solving them at a very fast rate. For VARCR, there is no revision. Make sure that you are well versed with the mood of the author, type of questions, or the entire that there are certain static questions that are being asked, or the title questions that are being asked. So you are well versed with the kind of there are various types of those questions, so you're well versed with that. Apart from that, I think you need to be in that frame of mind that you have to solve a paper in 40 minutes. I think VRC may 40 minutes is a bit of challenge, so you need to just keep continuing doing the same. I used to give mocks in the last 1 week, so that worked as a revision for me. For VRC, there's not a lot to revise, I think. Pragya, you can add to that if you have anything.
Yeah,
Uh,
for VARC, like for quant and LRDI, Ranjan pretty much covered everything. But for VARC, I would like to, I had some fixed areas which I was very specific that if RC comes from this domain of interest, say IT or technology or philosophy for that matter, I would be able to ace it. So if you have dotted down like your 4 or 5 good areas which you are good at, keep on reading those articles. So don't stress about mocks and everything. And if you don't want to give mocks in the last 7 days, focus on giving sectionals probably till Wednesday or Thursday, one sectional a day. So if you aren't too good or too confident about VRC, it will help you to at least be, in practice. And eventually when you'll, give that exam that day, you won't be out of practice. And the second would be like you have everyone has a stronger area, whether it's RC or VA. So for me, like, it was RC, and I knew I had to make the most out of the score from it. So apart from the mocks, I also gave 4 RCs daily at a stretch, because I knew if I am out of practice, I won't be able to give on that exam. And also what Ranjan mentioned, all these specific type of questions which you have, go through them. You might have your own strategies how to attempt them, so that can also be added brownie to it.
Yeah. So Mridul asks us that he's feeling a little anxious and for the past few days. So Mridul, let me tell you, it is completely normal to feel anxious because it's a big exam for you. But having said that, you should not let it get onto you. It's not the last exam that you'll give or the last opportunity you get. There will be plenty of opportunities which will be in your life. Life is not short, it's quite long. So do not feel that this will be the end of the road if I do not make it. You should rather channelize that anxiety to make it. That i that anxiety should help you to perform better. So also what you can do is do some calming exercise, do some meditation, like 10 minutes meditation. Just focus on your breathing, breathe in, breathe out. That helps a lot. Talk to your friends, talk to people, talk to your mom, dad if that helps, talk to your boyfriend or girlfriend, but do not talk about cat. Just have a small chat and don't talk about the stress. Just have a nice calming chat about life, about have some fun. So that helps a lot. And it's okay to feel anxious. That's perfectly fine. I'm sure a lot
To
of
that,
you.
sir, I'll like to add that you, Mridul, you are anxious because you have certain kind of expectations from CAT,
Yes, yes,
and and and
Yes.
those expectations should be there in the first place because you have already worked hard for it, and it means a lot. So being anxious is very, very normal, and as many say that good stress is a having healthy stress is very good. So I think you should be perfectly fine with it. One thing I used to do, it is very childish, but one thing I used to do whenever I felt anxiety is that I used to see those scores of mocks where I had really outperformed everyone. If I had mocks where I
yeah.
scored north of 99.9, I used to just go there and see the scores, just go through the analysis of that entire mock and just remember the things that I've worked for, that has worked for me. So there's again, there is no rule how to kill down this anxiety, but you need to make sure that when you enter that exam center, you need to keep that anxiety at the door itself. Do not sit in
Yes.
the exam with that anxiety.
Very, very
Just
well
give it
said,
like
Ranjan.
it
Yeah.
is another mock for you.
Yes, absolutely. So
Yes.
this is very important. You've given so many mocks that cat should also feel like another mock. And I used to say this to a lot of people that only two kind of people don't feel anxious or stressed. One who has prepared everything, and we know that that is impossible, and one who has prepared nothing, and you guys are not that. So it's okay to feel anxious. Use that, but leave that at the door when you're entering cat, because cat difficult, easy, moderate. Nobody knows, it will be the same for everyone. So many people get stressed during the exam that the paper is difficult. Just remember, if it's difficult for you, it is difficult for everyone. So do not let that get to you. Just focus on the exam, on the question right in front of you, and do not let your ego or your emotions come into picture. So CAT is all about selecting the right questions and maximizing your accuracy and maximizing your attempts. So make sure that you do not get stuck on any question and spend a lot of time, because that will reduce your number of attempts. So I've got another question. Should we go for mocks or previous year cats?
I think if you want to, like previous year CAT should be something that you should really solve. Like I think this is a time, if you haven't solved it, try to solve it, try to give it as a mock. I think CL and Krakow has that facility where you can just go on and give the CAT paper as a mock. And but do not go very old. Like start solving, if you want to solve, start from solving from 2016, because that is when the pattern changed. The DILR has been evolving since then, and you want to get a good taste of the kind of DILR that we get these days. I think 2019 and 2020 are the papers that you should solve. If you want to get some confidence in VARC, try to solve 2017 paper. It had one of the easiest VARC in the recent years. And quant, I think every year has been almost equivalent. But yeah, you should solve the past year CAT papers. You would actually realize how tough these mocks really are. Once you solve those, solve the CAT papers, you'll get to know why you get a bit lower score in the mocks.
And
CAT
also,
is I think only a game of pressure. It is going to be just another mock for you. Just handle that pressure very well, and do not change your strategy. And if you don't have a strategy, make a very good one for that D-Day.
and I have
Yeah,
also seen that a lot of questions get repeated from previous year CAT exams. So it's good to attempt them as mocks. Don't attempt them casually. So that becomes another mock test, and it solves the purpose of attempting a CAT paper also. So Shubham, you wanted to say something.
yes. Yeah. Hi, Veer. Hi, Pragya. Thank you for
Hi,
joining.
sir.
Hello, everyone. Shubham this side. So I had one question which I typically get from I think most of the students, and I think this is a very good question, and probably I think you guys would be a better judge because you have given CAT recently and revised it. So question is, sir, what if VRC has been coming really as a nightmare as it was even last year? ठीक है, VRC के passages are too long. After the time you're done, you are absolutely clueless whether you have done it well or you have done it really bad. And after that, you have even a worse section, which is LRDI, that even after having a look at all the sets, 5, 6 sets, I think last year people were really lucky to even solve 2 to 3 sets nicely. People who have solved even 2 sets nicely, they really fetched a very higher percentile. So, but while you are sitting in the exam center solving those sets, for example, if you could only solve one set, how do you maintain that sort of temperament? Because quant is the next section, which has been one of the scoring sections since last couple of years. So many students mess up because of a difficult LRDI. They are not able to maintain that temperament, and then once it is for QA, they are already in that mood कि यार LRDI तो बहुत ही बेकार गया, अब CAT अब होने नहीं वाला है. So what do I do? So maybe any suggestions basis your experience कि last year क्या हुआ था? Because I'm sure तुम्हारे साथ भी last year LIDI में you had similar situation. So how do you how well did you cope up with it?
Okay, so I am a very good example of what all things you should not do on CAT. Low. So I had a very bad LRDI. I got almost a good score, but I had a very bad LRDI in comparison to the expectation I had, and I had even a worse QA. So these basically happened because I did not follow the strategy that I was following the entire year. So that's what I was saying in my previous conversation as well, that you should not change your strategy on the D-Day. But as I took it as a learning and I applied it in the other exam, so I'll suggest that try to keep the sections as distinct as you can. If you had a bad LRDI, just remember that this year LRDI, the 85 percentile mark was at 15 marks. You have to just solve 5 questions, and the 90 percentile was at 21 marks. So you should, even if you don't score very well, even if you have solved only 8 to 10 questions, you should realize that it is an exam that is given by around 2 lakh students. And even if you get 20-25 marks in LRDI, it is going to account to a very good percentile, and the same goes for VARC as well. So even if you have a very bad section, I think if you are scoring around 30-40 right now in VARC, it is not going to happen that you'll score 15-20 on the D-Day. Your strength is going to remain your strength even in CAT. So if you have a bad section in comparison to your expectation, you should realize that some section would be very easy. Like this year, they made LRDI really tough, but then quant was a very big scoring factor for everyone. If you look at the scorecards of many people, you'll see that people have scored very high on quant, like 50-60 in quant, and only 20-30 in VARC and DILR. But when you count in together, it is going to accumulate to almost a 99.6 or a 99.7 percentile. So I think you need to be aware of these things while giving the paper, that even lesser marks is going to give you a good percentile, and there is a section that is waiting where you can actually maximize your score.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would like
Yeah, I
to
think.
sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
So I was just inviting you that maybe you can also share your exponential rise of VRC scores over last 2 3 years. That would really
Yeah.
motivate everyone.
Yeah, so for me, VRC has always been a nightmare, and if you ask me to give this cat again, it will be. So do not do not go with any expectation that you have to solve 20 questions, 24 questions, 18 questions, whatever it may be. Second thing is, if you have a second or a third slot, do not talk to the previous slot people. They will just mess up your mind more. Thirdly, starts when you start solving the paper as per your strategy, first scan it well, then you'll know what kind of paper it is and what kind of strategy you need to apply it here. And once you have that, just don't stick to one question. Nahi ho raha hai, chhod do. Move on to the next one, because if the first questions are tough, there is a high chance that the questions at the end would be really easy. And CCAT is all about get creating a score, choosing the right questions to answer. So although RC was my strength, but since the paper, as Shubham sir mentioned, was relatively tough, the questions at the end from the VA section was very simple. And this is the mistake I made in my previous attempts, that just focusing because RC is my strength, I have to, attempt all the questions. So I'll reread the RC or something. Don't panic. Nahi ho raha hai, chhod do. Many of them will not be able to do it. Yeah. Because the score will eventually come down. And second thing is, if you, God forbid, if you manage to mess up two sections, there are very good colleges that will take non-sectional scores. So still quant can be your savior. So just don't give up on the exam. And you never know which questions you are thinking you have messed up. You would have actually, they turn out to be your miracle. So be
Yeah.
in the best state of your mind. Yeah. And for RCs, do not get stick on any questions or just go on rereading them. Just go through the entire paper first. There will be easy questions. Even if a difficult RC comes or a lengthy, even if you are able to have two questions, very good. Go ahead to the next RC. Leave it.
So I'll answer Shubham's question. I'll also answer Shubham's question. So I'll answer it in two parts. So like Shubham said, VARC, you get some pretty difficult RCs over there, and RC is something which is very close to me. And I've taken few sessions. I've always tell people that read the question first and then the paragraphs, because from the question you get to know what type of RC or what type of questions. Is it an inference judgment where you have to think, or one RC will definitely be there which will ask you directly like what is written, you just have to scan through. So that is one of the easy RC relatively, so you can pick that. So please go through the question, then read the RC and then come back to the question. And if you find it difficult, like Pragya said, move on. This used to be my strategy. You do not have to follow it completely. You have to keep your strategy to yourself, because everyone is unique. But like Pragya said, just move on if you're not able to solve it. And again, it has been, I'm repeating the point. If it is difficult, it is difficult for everyone. So do not let that get to your mind. And if you have attempted few difficult questions in the beginning, be assured there would be relatively easier questions towards the end of the middle. So don't stress that the question I'm getting is difficult, I'm unable to solve it. Move on. You will get your strength-based questions or questions which you will figure out ahead of that, and that will boost your confidence.
Yes, I think very well. Just one point, guys. It tukka mat lagana. A lot of students end up doing it because when you're sitting in a paper, you are not able to. For example, especially in LRDI section, you have, it might happen कि एक भी set solve ना हो या सिर्फ 2 questions solve हो या सिर्फ 3 questions solve हो. Still, I would suggest tukka लगा के मत आना, because even if you end up scoring +3 in those 3 questions which you have done correctly, you might end up with a score of 10, 11, which can still fetch you a good percentile in a very difficult LRDI. तुक्का लगा लिया तो इतना भी नहीं आएगा, trust me on that.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to take that risk. I've done that in one of the cats and I failed very miserably. And in the last cat that I gave, I actually unmarked few questions because I was like 50-50 between two options. So please do not guess. Only where you're 100% sure, mark that.
And
Yeah.
do not fixate on the number of questions. Like for me, quant was always my strongest area. And I had this like 2022 questions, or I don't remember the exact number, is well suited for me. I went into the exam, I solved those many questions. I'm like, oh, ho gaya. You're scoring a 99 percentile. Turns out the paper was very simple and I had to solve more questions. So
Yeah.
as I reached that number, my speed became very slow. I had a laid back attitude. Okay, let these 40 minutes pass. I've done it. So don't give that attitude. And like in LRDI, we were used to like over 3 sets to get a 99 percentile. And this was not the case in my slot, especially. So just do not fixate on the number of questions at least. And agar tukka marne ka man kare, like this is a very off the record suggestion, जो वो टीटा वाले नॉन नेगेटिव क्वेश्चंस होते हैं उसमें लगा देना. The best shot.
Non-negative. That is important. The
Yeah, in
non-negative.
non-negative. Like उसमें भी intelligent guess, you have found out something you are not sure, you're good to go with that.
And okay, so I'll deviate a little. I mean, we have discussed strategy, we've discussed mocks and all. I'll like to discuss what to do about which is non-study based. So before CAT, just go and visit your center once, get familiar with the route, because I have seen few people who get stuck in traffic, who do not know the route and they start pretty late from their house. So don't do that. Reach the venue, try to reach the venue 1 hour early, 1.5 hours early, so that even if you have missed something, someone can come from your home and give that thing to you. Make sure to carry your admit card, all your documents, and a bottle of water, though they will not allow that, but still, and keep your pen, pencils if you want to. Again, it won't be allowed, but still, you should not have that. That maybe if it was allowed, you could have taken your lucky pen or your something inside, but keep it with you, keep it up, keep a bag with you so that you can put it in the center. Do not panic and reach early. Get acclimatized with the environment also. So in Delhi, like there's winters, there's fog. So take care of that. So be sure to know where your center is, how far it is, and how much time it will take to commute. So that's something people don't give much attention to, but I've seen people reach late and that plays on their mind then. So definitely take care of that.
And people traveling can probably, if possible, go a day earlier, because traveling and then giving a long exam just tires your brain. So try to get to the city where you have to give your exam a day earlier, be in a relaxed state, have a nice dinner, and 8 hours of sleep is must. Yeah.
Yeah, you do not
Because
want to be sleepy in your exam. So make sure you sleep
yeah.
on time. And you start sleeping on time starting today. Because if you sleep at 1 or 2 every day, it won't happen that on the last day you sleep at 10 and you'll fall asleep.
And especially for the people with the morning slot, because you might have to get up at 6 in the morning. So start sleeping at 10 from today itself.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm getting
And a habit of having breakfast at 7 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm getting a question that I'm not sure of my VARC answers and I do not know if I'm accurate. Again, 50-50, I've taken it down to 2 options. So should I attempt as many as possible to maximize my score, or restrain myself and mark only those in which I'm 100% sure? So that's a dilemma that a lot of people have in VRC.
So see, like this is a very personal approach. Might work for you as well. You would know which are your stronger areas. Like if you give me a technology based RC, or some current affairs based RC, or a politics based RC, even if there's a like 70 or 80% chance, if I make an intelligent guess, not a vague guess, I would get my answer correct. But on the contrary, if it's a anthropology RC, where even the words to get into my head are very tough, and even if I make a very intelligent guess, there's a 20% chance it will get correct. So that way probably you can make a confirmed decision if that works, and that depends on the paper also. So just don't fix on that number of questions or the accuracy.
I would suggest that go back to your mocks, see where you've made guesses. Have they worked out for you? If they work out, that means your gut feeling is more or less correct. So maybe you can use that. But if it hasn't worked out for you in the past, and take your recent mocks for see more seriously. So if that doesn't work out for you, I would suggest leave that strategy. Focus on only those in where you are 100% correct. So there's no single answer fits all. It's all unique to you. So analyze what you've done in the past and then take a call accordingly. Yeah. So any more questions? So I think you can unmute yourself also. We're being very civil over here. I was expecting people would speak over each other. If you want, you can speak to us as well.
Hi, sir. This is Shivam here.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask. So I have been performing what I wanted since the past month, but since the past 2 or 3 weeks, the performance has gone down drastically. So I just wanted to know: is it natural, or like, do I should I need to be worried or something like that, or like what are your takes on it, or like has this happened to you guys?
So
So
I'll
that
take.
depends. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Pragya, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So, like when you are talking about the performance has gone down, is it in terms of mock score, percentile, or just you sitting and solving normal questions and you are not able to get to the solutions?
No, no, the percentile basically, and so the mock score goes down, so percentile goes down eventually.
So, see, there are multiple dimensions you can look into. Firstly, towards the end, the mocks are usually on a higher side based on the toughness, or they're either biased towards, say quant is more biased towards geometry or arithmetic, and which might not be your strongest section. Second, I would say is the people giving the number of people giving the mocks might vary during the last few days. That is another cause of percentile. And second is you might be missing on concepts which were very strong when you had just started taking the upper curve on the mock score. But since now it's been a long time, so I would suggest just revise all your concepts wherever you have written in whichever section. So, and I don't think this happened with, I guess, most of us as well. So there's not a lot to worry. Just revise your sections and see are the mistakes repeated. So are you making the same kind of mistakes over and over? So that would answer your question well, I guess. Have you like found any pattern in the mistakes you have been making?
No, so my scores, VRC was the one that kind of drove my score, but I think SimCAT kind of made that. SimCAT has been like lately very tough for me. I am not sure about others, and it's kind of dragging down, pulling the whole score for me. Uh, so I think yeah. So that's.
So Shivam,
So
did you change your strategy or did you pick up a new topic?
No, not really. So my so QA and LRDI is like more or less what I had, but so the main issue is for VRC, in which the scores have dropped by more than 50% of what I used to score when I was. I think this is
So
for the
if
past.
you so Shivam, if you haven't changed your strategy or if you haven't picked up any new topic, then probably the exam got a little tough. But if you're looking at your scores are so the final percentile is relative, then maybe
Mhm.
you're getting anxious towards the end. So you shouldn't, again, we've said this, you shouldn't get anxious that your exams are approaching or this is a mock, this is the actual exam. Treat it like a mock and you should practice it so much that that also feels like a mock. So understand what changed that led to this drop.
also, like, is it only for the SimCATs or like any other tests which you have been giving
For AIMCATs as well, yes.
for MCATs? Yes. So I guess just there is a chance that the similar kind of mistakes which you are making. So I would suggest like take your last 4-5 mocks, the VA section, and analyze it thoroughly. Like make a Excel sheet or write in a notebook, and you will find some pattern, like specific kind of questions which are going wrong. And there is, since you said it is your strongest section, there's fair time you can make things right on your way.
Not the strongest per se, but
Yeah,
I don't have
you
a
are
strong section
confident.
actually. That's
You
the issue.
at
So I
least you are
need to perform
confident
well.
about your preparation in VRC. That's my
Oh,
point. Yeah.
If
I
you don't,
was 4 weeks back.
See,
But
you
yeah,
you you are still in the game. Nothing has gone wrong. 3-4 mocks or even 7-8 mocks a low score does not mean you are out of the game. First and the
y-
foremost thing. Second thing, we still have 7 days. Just take out last 4-5 mocks which have went wrong. It will hardly take 1 hour or two. Write down all the mistakes and something or the other will come out.
okay.
Maybe in the number of attempts or the type of questions you are attempting or missing out. Just try finding a pattern there and you will get your answer. And do not worry, you are not out of the game. Your VRC prep is still on point. Yeah.
and if you do not have a strong section, that means you have all three strong sections.
Yes.
All right. So anyone else?
Thank you, Pragya.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. So I got a question on chat, personal message. So I have answered that, but still I'd like you, Veer and Pragya, to take that up. Like, what should be the strategy given that I'm good at VRC and Q and really bad at LRDI? So people also tend to think that yeah, मैं तो इसमें बहुत बुरा हूँ. I'm very bad at this. So what should they do?
Can you repeat the question, sir?
So someone is saying that I'm good at VRC and QA, but really bad at LRDI. So people have that tendency to think that they're not very good or this section मेरा तो सबसे खराब है मैं तो गया इसमें. What should then be? What should they think?
I think so. If it is specifically for LRDI, I think if you feel that you're really bad at it, spend more time on selecting the first set. Like usually in a 40 minutes paper, I recommend students to spend around 4 to 5 minutes to select their first two sets, which are they are going to solve. I think if you feel that LRDI is something that is not your strength, or it is something that you find really tough, spend 2-3 minutes extra. Be very sure of the first set that you're going to attempt, because if you have in the back of your mind that you're terrible at this section and then you pick up a wrong set, I think it is not only going to waste the first 10-15 minutes, it is going to waste the rest of the paper as well, because you are already you are not already confident in it, and second, you started on a very bad note. So I'll suggest spend some extra time on selecting the first set. Be very sure of it, whichever you are attempting. And if that doesn't get solved, try the next set that you had on your priority order. Be very sustainable when you're solving LRDI. I think you already have a big FOMO or a big pressure built up in your mind, and you do not want to mess up the start of that section. I think because you already know that you will score good in VRs and QA, so you only need to ensure that you are getting a decent score in LRDI, where you can cross the cutoffs of most of the college, which can be ranging from 75 to 85. So ensure these things. I think use the time very wisely. Spend at least 8 to 9 minutes in selecting the sets. Select at least 2 sets and try to solve it in the rest 30 minutes.
Right. So, I'd like to say that you do not need to worry about your GDP and other things before CAT. I mean, it's a no-brainer, but still saying it out loud. And Prep Zone is there to take care of your GDPI and interviews. So don't worry about that. We've been with you. We'll take it forward. Just concentrate on your CAT. Just concentrate on what's right in front of you. And don't worry. Keep calm. Watch a movie if that helps you. Talk to people. Listen to music. If meditate, go out for a walk, and do not let stress get to you. And you've prepared for a year or more than a year. So be sure, be confident about your practice. And if you prepared well, you know that yourself. So don't get anxious, don't panic, And if you will remain confident, I am sure you'll get a very good score. So have that confidence in yourself and in your preparation.
Stay away from negative people, guys. There would be a
Yeah.
lot of people that you'd be meeting in the next 1 week who would be saying, "यार अब तो कुछ होगा नहीं, next year देखेंगे." Just stay as far as you can from such kind of people,
Absolutely.
and just realize that you have worked hard for it and you deserve the outcome that we'll get out of this opportunity, and just have your mindset very fixed that I'm going to chill only after I'm done with CAT. But just stay away from negative people. You'd find a lot of them around.
And also do not compare your scores with others. There will be many who will get excellent scores especially during this last week, and they might have not been doing that good prior to that. So just stay away from all those kind of people. Meet your boyfriend. Even if he's saying na ki chhod do agli baar dekhna, usko bhi chhod do for at least for the next 5 days, like a very decent advice. Or any of your best friends, you can afford not to talk to the person for next 4-5 days. Any person who's saying nahi hoga tumhara, usko bolo abhi tumhara nahi hoga. Let it stay for the 4-5 days, and just be around positive people and don't stress about it too much. Yeah.
Like, no one's success story is the same. It took me 4 attempts to actually land at a Premier B school. So everyone has a very different success story, and when it has to happen, it will definitely happen, and it only needs earnest efforts and diligent mindset from on your part. If you have done that throughout the year, you will be able to perform really well on that day.
Absolutely.
And see, stakes are different for everybody. So for you, maybe some school would be a step up, but for somebody only say Ahmedabad would be a step up. So stakes are very different for everybody. You have to realize your stakes and your expectations. Okay. And you have worked very hard for the 1 year, or even many for most of you. So just calm down. It will eventually work out. And in case you are under prepared or you feel so अब preparation ही नहीं करी तो ठीक है ना, hope for the best, go with the positive attitude. And those people who are working, see, as simple as that, नहीं भी होगा, God forbid, you can any day switch job. बहुत rise है market में. You can give CAT next year, and the stereotypes of having a high work ex has a downside. Trust me, I'm there, and many of my friends have. So none of it is going to happen wrong. So everything has a positive outcome. So just go with the attitude, jo hoga dekha jayega, and it will actually be worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm again getting asked that how should we deal with anxiety? So anxiety is not bad. Everybody feels anxious, and you feel anxious because you've prepared and you've prepared well. That is why you are expecting, like we said, you have some expectations, and that is good. But do not let that anxiety get to you. Talk to positive people, talk to your parents, talk to your friends who motivate you. And we also pointed out, look at your scores where you've done really very well. That's a very good confidence booster. You can meditate, you can take a walk, or you can watch a movie, listen to music, whatever calms you, relaxes you, and focus on your prep, focus on your strengths, give some mocks. And it's okay if you do not get a good score also in those mocks, because that's anxiety playing on you. Remember that you've done well in your previous mocks. You will do well, and you need to focus on your strengths. If you think you want to focus on sectionals, you can do that as well, but do not stop giving mocks. You can give CAT previous year papers, and with that, leave the anxiety part at the door when you enter the CAT examination room, and give it your best. The paper will be same for everyone. Do not worry about that.
Correct. So yeah, just to add on to Vishwas' point, I think do not misunderstand our statement ki last 7 days mein sirf chill hi karna hai. We are not saying to stop reading at all. This can have a very negative impact as well. Do not stop reading even a day before CAT. Do read at least. Maybe if you may want to read some article, even that is absolutely fine. Maybe you may just want to solve say 10 questions of quant. That is also equally fine. But be in that rhythm till I'll say 27th of November, till a day before your CAT. Be in that rhythm. Do not leave it. Even a day can actually change your attitude and aptitude during that day.
And at least like 2 hours of paper and an hour before it, so at least 3 hours of specifically that time, sit and study anything, be it quant, be it just read articles for VRC, or even read fiction for that matter. Eventually you are reading, you have read many hi-fi articles in your preparation, now you just want to still read some fiction out, or just practice some quant questions, revise your concepts. But at least for those 2 to 3 hours, just sit dedicatedly, so you'll be in practice, and like Shubham sir said, maintain that rhythm. So you are not like, okay, for the in the first 2 hours, for the 5 minutes you are warming up yourself for the ahead time. Every minute is precious there. Yeah.
Fair. I think by the time we are having Vishwas again, anyone has
Yeah.
any more questions, CAT, IFT, baad mein hai, GDP, anything, please feel free to ask right now.
So sorry for that.
So, just
Yeah,
another
Shivam.
question. So we enter the hall, say half an hour or like 45 minutes before, and then we get our seat. So like, what did you guys do in those 30 to 45 minutes?
I slept. I
Okay.
slept. Yeah.
And then,
So yeah, and I was in a very fresh mood to give the exam. And see, that's the difference in attitude. For like, even if you compare Veer and me, he does very well when he's anxious and when he's stressed out. And if you give me stress, I'll just panic out. I'll destroy everything which I've been good at. So yeah. So just don't look around people. Okay, there'll be like some so depressing faces. Just don't look around them. Okay,
Yeah.
and just keep in your mind, अरे देखेंगे 99 आने वाला है. Just go with that attitude and आएगा.
Yeah.
अरे
Veer,
I'll suggest 3 pens ले लेना वो box से and try to play pen fight. At least that's what I did. Because I entered the exam all very early. I had to look at the timer for like 1 hour, and I had 3 pens and I started playing pen fight with myself. So try to do those things. Don't try to revise there यार, at least. Don't try to revise quant and all. वो सब तो बिल्कुल ही मत करना, कुछ याद नहीं आएगा.
Yeah. So one question I think some of the students are also asking earlier, sir, ki during the test, can they go out for washroom or not?
No man.
First of all, is it
not at all.
allowed? And second, should they?
Depends on center to center. Some centers do allow you, some do not. But try not to drink lots of water before exam.
For
See,
people in
even
Delhi,
if they
people in
allow,
Delhi,
why
you
do
should.
you want to waste time?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just
Yeah,
read the
sorry, go
guidelines
ahead.
that they said that the bio breaks are not allowed until there is a medical emergency.
Center to
See, that
center.
depends on center. I had a very remote center in the area, so everything was chill there. So people were going on breaks, but why do you want to do that? No.
Go before entering
So,
the room.
until and unless there's a big emergency, and when you go out, now people will be giving you like constant stress. यार paper नहीं हो रहा, ये नहीं हो रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा, and you trust me, you do not need that in those 2 hours.
And hence have lesser water during the paper.
For people giving exams in the colder areas, like Delhi already has winter in the last November, try to wear shocks on that day. I think it will really help you. I did not wear it, and it was a very horrible 4 hours that I had to sit there. So
Yes, I think a
try
very
to wear
And
socks.
suggestion.
one more point for the winter people: try avoiding the big jackets, because there's a high chance they'll ask you to remove it. Go for the normal and especially the close sweater, so that you can say that, oh, I'm wearing only this, even if you are wearing something beneath it. So that will, because a few of my friends had this problem, they were asked to remove those jackets and just sit in a full sleeves t-shirt or something. So that will again distress your mind, and it's getting chilly. So just try to wear a closed round sweater for both boys and girls. So there's hardly any chance they'll ask you, to remove this or fold this or something or something. Yeah.
All right, then anything else? I'll still keep the forum open. Okay. So if no one has anything, then I think we can all log off. So thank you, Pragya. Thank you, Veer, for joining from your busy schedules. And thank you for prepping people up. And uh, feel free to reach out to any one of us. Shubham
Yeah.
is there, I am there, Pragya, Veer, anyone you want to
Any
talk.
one of you who's feeling anxious, wants a prep talk or something, just ping me. Like I can at least help you deal with your anxiousness or just motivate you. So yeah,
Okay. All right then. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
All the best, everyone.
All the best, everyone.
All the
all the
best.
We
best,
meet in the
guys.
GDPI now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GDPI
Okay.
will be taken care of. Abhi cat bhi aa jao bas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chalo.
All the
Bye
best,
bye.
everybody. Good
Bye.
night.